up. Sit down and shut the fuck up.
Man, prepare please.
Why would you say that, Richard? That's so inappropriate.
I think, no.
So,
Are we good?
Can you guys
Thanks for the
Foxy,
chair,
you
Fox.
had a question.
Yeah, when I started out, my friend actually showed me some artwork when I was back in high school, and it looked pretty cool, so I started searching up, and it looked pretty neat. And then, when I was playing PS4, I found this game called Rec
Why you
Room,
gotta
which is
bully
big
that
to
one
play.
furry? I
And-
really have a severe crack
Okay,
addiction.
can you shut up
Please
for one freaking
help.
minute so I can
I got
take a
crack
second and
addiction.
this crap?
That's a very cool.
Please
Oh my
don't
God.
bully me.
Grow up.
I'm stopping.
Why do people find backpacks funny?
But
I don't know, to be honest.
Cause they're lacking a whole bunch of
They're
junk
very
in
young.
it.
They're in a young age.
They're lacking a whole bunch. Let's just say that.
Anyway, no, it's just they're in a young age of comedy where they think everything is funny. Foxy was saying
Foxy,
something,
as
I
you were
believe.
saying.
I got a question.
What were you trying to say, Foxy?
Yeah, I was trying to say before that guy came in and started saying that crap, but what I was gonna say is, when I started playing Rec Room, I thought it was just some Roblox thing, you know. I used to work at a sawmill company for 2 years, and I had a lot of stress, and, you know, everybody used to say crap to me. It was really annoying as heck, and, you know, I
Yeah.
just had to escape. So then when I went, the first place I went to was the Emporium, and it was like, holy crap, like, it was pretty cool. And then, like I say, the first time when I started, somebody came up to me, pulled a gun at me, was telling me, "Are you a raider?" I was like, no, chill. I just started on Rec Rooms the first time, and then I just started coming on every day.
Wait, who pulled the gun?
And I just, you know, and that's when I bumped into Tears, and
Yeah.
I think it was in the Emporium, I believe. And then that's when I started meeting everybody else.
Love
like,
you.
know.
Yeah, we met each other
Sonic,
over at the
everybody else. And
Emporium
it's
over
like,
by the time.
And it's like, to me, I don't like negativity, but, you know, everybody's chill and like, hey, I respect everybody. I respect all my friends.
Especially in my server, there's not really
Yeah.
much of it.
I mean, it's really good.
He and I met at the sanctuary. Yeah, Cody and I met in the sanctuary.
Yeah.
Then y'all got married like 3 days later. 2 days
In
later.
my server.
Welcome to my world.
So
Like,
is there any
they
questions
literally-
about...
I have a
May I
question.
speak?
Actually, I have a question.
Alright,
Oh, never mind.
ask it.
I mean, Sam's had her hand up for a while, I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, actually, Sam,
Wait, what?
I'll let you
Oh!
finish.
Oh,
I didn't
shit,
even
I'm
realize.
sorry. I didn't want to say anything, so I didn't want to interrupt anybody. I guess we're on the topic of kind of like...
After this
Hold
one.
on, let Samuel.
I guess we're kind of on the topic of like Rec Room and like kind of how we got onto Rec Room. I personally played Rec Room like a lot, starting last year when it was released for PlayStation. And I found it really fun, don't get me wrong. I was a screen player at the time though, and I didn't really enjoy it as much as my friends did that were on VR. So I kind of stopped playing it for a while, and I never thought that I would personally get back on it again. Because I was like, it doesn't really appeal to me, it's not as fun anymore, like after you get to like a certain level and there's nothing really new to do. And for Christmas I got my VR headset, and I was like, hey, I remember this one game that I had, and I can play VR on it. So I hopped back onto Rec Room, and I was looking through the featured maps, and lo and behold, Furry Sanctuary was the top one that I found, and I was like, you know, that seems really cool, and I was willing to give it a chance, because when I first started, when I was joining furry maps, a lot of them were more just a bunch of kids that were just trying to release a lot of energy, and there wasn't a controlled area. It was just a bunch of kids running around with fursuits, not really knowing what they were doing. And I'm not gonna lie, I expected it to be the same. No disrespect towards the furry
No,
sanctuary.
don't worry about it, I understand completely.
We all
Totally agree on
like,
that. I agree on that.
yeah.
But when I joined, and I was looking around, I was like, this place has potential. And actually, I'm not gonna lie, no one knows this, I think, except Moose. when I first joined, no one else was in the map. I was by myself, no one was there. And
I was there.
I don't think you were there the first time I got on, because...
no, I was there on the second time, that's right.
Well,
I
okay,
think it was
so
the
I got
second
on.
time.
Yeah, it was the second time, because the first time I got on, and I did the parkour, I got the suit from it, and then after I did the parkour, I hopped onto the trampoline, and I jumped up into the tree. Somehow. I somehow was able to jump up into the tree where the admins
You're
only
banned from a
area.
server.
Number one,
I
Furry.
literally took over your
One
server
back.
the first day.
Furry's back, by the way, I think.
It's the same guy.
But like, I hopped up into there and I took a photo of myself, and I thought it would stay there because I completely forgot
No,
how,
just
like,
leave him
the
be.
physics
He's not
work.
saying anything. Just leave him be.
And,
Nah.
I didn't do that.
Didn't do that.
Wasn't me.
Wasn't me.
Just warning
But-
y'all.
long story short, pretty much, like, ever since school started, actually, I've been dealing with a lot in my life, and I really didn't have a release for it. And I didn't have anywhere to go, I didn't have a safe space, I didn't have this, that, I didn't have people supporting me, and I kind of gave up a lot, and I didn't have people pushing me, telling me that I shouldn't. But when I started on here, and I met Twilight first, and then through Twilight, I met Tears, Chandler, and through Chandler, I met Star, and then Moose, and Wolfie, and everyone. And ever since, I have tried to be better, and I feel like it's amazing what small things can do. Somebody. I didn't mean to get too
I What happened?
So,
I guess
I would like to say something after Silver about the whole thing with that has to do with Rec Room. So,
Can I
Silver,
say
go
something
ahead.
funny?
Alright. For me, Rec Room, like, when I started, I was like, I don't remember. It was like 2 years ago, I don't remember. But, no, my dad had this over. We were checking things out, checking out games and stuff like that. He said, looked at Rec Room. I was like, my brother and I were like, okay, let's check this out. You know, he and I took turns, and I was thinking, okay, it's pretty decent, I guess, except for the kids screaming and stuff like that. That's a whole different story. That's a whole different story. But like 2 years
Another
later,
question.
like, yeah. Wolfie, yes?
No. That's one another question. Good
Oh,
screen.
I thought you said you had a question.
No.
Anyway, I think like, and then, like a year ago or something like that, I was, a month ago, a month ago, I was checking out some stuff until Sanctuary came out. I was thinking, what's that? It was version 3. What's that? Oh, hold on. What's that? And I didn't know what it was. So I was like, you know what, I'm gonna check this out. So I did. I was literally clueless. Like, everybody was running around. I was like, what the heck am I doing? Until I met the owner. The first person I met was Rainbow. Because he and I had a good conversation one day. You know, everybody was like, oh shoot, this is the owner. I was like, huh. I guess I'll talk to this person. Because why not?
People seem to be shocked whenever I'm like talking down there, and people don't believe it because the fact that the way I talk to everyone, it's just I talk to everyone like I'm their best friend, and that's how I've always treated people. I've always treated them like they're above me, no matter what power you had, even if you're just a visitor.
Well, while we're on the topic about how we all got into the game of Rec Room, for me, it was a long time ago. Like with Sam, it was a year ago. I saw it on the store. I'm like, oh, this would be cool if I had VR. And I told my mom I wanted VR one day to play it. But I was so dumb back then. I didn't know you need a controller. So I waited almost a whole year until now, because I'm getting VR in like a couple weeks until now to get VR. to play this game, which I figured out like my controller, which I had on, and I met all you guys. And if I rated, and I can't talk. If I did get VR when I first saw it, I would have met all of y'all, because most likely I wouldn't have looked up too many worlds.
Cody, you had your hand up for quite a while.
Well, actually, I was.
Alright.
I said I was gonna say something after Silver.
Okay.
But never mind.
I'm sorry, Star.
No, it doesn't fucking matter. No, go, Cody. I have to fucking recalibrate anyways, because my stupid fucking game's being stupid.
Alright, so... when I first started Rec Room, I started about... well, when I was screaming.
To whoever's watching, if you have any questions, feel free to ask, and I can answer them at any point in time.
I was so happy because it was bought with my money because I worked for it. Well, after a while, I kept playing Rec Room. I took a year off from Rec Room. And that's because I couldn't think of anything else to play. And I came on I think it was the December of 2019. I finally came back. Yeah, December of 2019 I came back. First thing that popped up was the Furry Sanctuary V2. Or was it V3? I don't really remember. It was when the big...
I think it was still V2 at the time.
Oh. Alright, it was when the podiums were there, not the heart. But...
that was V2.
Okay.
Yeah.
But... at first, I was like, this is a really, this is a really quiet place. And and then a lot of kids start popping up, and they're going ree, and all that stuff. And that's where I met Omega.
Hello.
I first met Omega. And then a few days go by.
I think it's
I met Sam.
after a few days, then you also met me and Sam at the same time, I think.
The day after, I met y'all. Both of y'all were crying. I remember exactly like it was y'all are crying because y'all were about to do something stupid. So I rushed in because someone told me someone's trying to commit suicide. I rushed in and I said, "You are not gonna kill yourself. No, you got so much to live for."
I remember that.
And it made them laugh. I mean, I was able to help them.
Just leave him. Just mute him.
But that's really, long story short, that's really how I met y'all. Because I wanted to be there to help y'all through whatever's going on. Even if I'm not included, I want to be supported as much as I can to all y'all, because y'all are family. Y'all are like a family to me.
I'm glad we make you feel like that.
Yeah,
I really am.
And then a week. Well, actually, it's gonna be a week in 2 more days. Almost a week, 5 days ago, I met Silver. 3 days ago. 4 days
3
ago.
days ago.
I proposed to you.
Well, here's the thing. I want to throw some.
3 days ago, we got married. And I don't know if anybody else can see, but you can see the rings on our... But yeah, that's
also
my
3
story.
days. I want to throw myself into that. 3 days. I think like 4 days ago, before we got married, but he and I were getting ready to pull a prank on Star, saying, "Oh, we're gonna release it." and then it was like, it gave me a good opportunity to ask him. He's like, what do you want? I was like, do you want to?
To be honest, that day I was very nervous.
Yeah, I was nervous too, and he was like, wait, let me pull you aside. And he was like, are you sure you want to do this? I was like, yeah. I mean, if you want to. He was like, yeah. He was like, oh, we'll give this a shot. And then we did. And we told y'all guys.
Plus, I want to say that he's my first man-on-man relationship, to be honest. I'm bisexual.
And then when we told them, they have gone ballistic.
Oh God.
And then I remember.
Well, I mean, it wasn't me that went like. I didn't go ballistic. I was like, told you so.
Yeah. I don't start and say it without going nuts.
Hold on. Before we told him this, I told Rainbow, I was like, I will never run him. And he was like, yes you will. Yes you will. I was like, I don't know. And then a couple days later.
Okay.
And then Rainbow was like, I told you. So, yeah. And that's yeah.
That's our pretty much our furry love story so far.
Hey, let her
Ryan?
have her question, yeah.
So, when I first actually even thought about downloading Rec Room, the only reason I actually downloaded this game at all, the absolute only reason I downloaded this game was because of that one right there. That one right there.
The one standing on the table.
Yes, the one that's standing on the table. I had to win. I was like, no, I kept telling him, no, I'm not downloading it. No, I'm not downloading it. And he's like, please, for my sake. So I was like, fine, I will do it. So I downloaded it. And then I got in the game. Hung out with him, met a few of his friends. I met Spooky, I met this wonderful man right here. In one of his servers, where I was actually having a panic attack, decided to pull the race card on me saying, oh, you're only doing this because I'm black. And it's like, no, I am not racist. I don't care about your race. You are you and that's it. And after that, I kind of like moved away from him completely and just went into pretty much a full-blown panic. Like, I was having a hard time breathing, I was panicking, and Spooky, and then one of his admins, at Hydra, I've also met there as well. It was his very first, map, I believe, that he created. And she flew up to him and said, hey, I'm gonna be well, someone's having a panic attack, and I'm going to be helping them for a while. And so he's like, no, I want to help. And he literally slides right in front of me after running all the way over there.
That's very good.
And he's like, if you don't start smiling and laughing right now, I'm gonna kiss you on the forehead. And I started laughing and giggling almost immediately because I calmed me down because I was like, wait, what? I was so confused and taken aback by it. Especially by the kindness that was shown to me because I've never really been shown a whole lot of kindness in my... Well, I've been around and everything. And while I was hanging out with Thomas and, well, Jason's pet, it's literally been a roller coaster of harassment and just flat out people being complete jerks. And then I get on his server and everything's completely changed. It's like, wow, it's not so bad anymore.
Drop the bottle of water. Jesus Christ.
And then, not too long after that, like, I create my first map on here and it kind of blows up and then dies and it's like, okay, so, yeah. And then, me and him have both made multiple maps. I even made the map that those two got married in, called the Furry Beachside Wedding. It's a pretty good map. I like it and I absolutely love it. I think it's an amazing map to have. because there's not very many maps that are actually based around furries for like weddings and stuff. In that room, you can get married not just as a furry, but as an actual person. You have to wear a fursuit. You don't have to,
you don't have to
everything. You don't have to be a furry to be in that room. You can actually go get married in that room and have the time of your life and be happy and smile. There's also another room that I've created so far. It's the newest one that I've made, and it's called the Romantic Furry I think it's the Furry Romantic, or I can't remember. I think it's Furry Romantic Getaway. Yes, that one. Because I have a hard time remembering the names I put for some of the rooms. But yeah.
What? Oh my god. Okay. Ready? 3, 2,
oh my
1, action!
Young youth.
And then
something I don't see back in my
youth. And to be honest,
that's not good. That's not good, guys.
Not only that, like after a
all
while, I actually shut up, Jensen.
Jensen, just go sit on the couch, please.
Go
Jensen,
sit in the seat.
If you have any questions, Jensen, you can ask us.
Please go get in the seat.
Yeah,
but not only that, I've actually been
wait, go.
After a while, I started meeting Omega. I met Moose. I've even met Sans over here, and Cody and Silver. All these are wonderful people. I've met so many wonderful people that have actually been able to bring me out of my depression. Who's actually been able to actually make me smile again and actually feel happy for once. Because it's been really hard to actually smile and be happy. Don't kick him. Leave him alone.
Good. This is good.
I wasn't going to kick him.
Please don't kick me.
And well, when Star brought up to talk about
don't kick me in my private box.
And when Star brought up her panic attack, reminded me of when I had my first panic attack, and you guys were there for it. I was just lucky to have someone there for me.
Great.
Always will be. We're always here for you. You know this, Omega.
Yeah. I'm actually tearing up from this. Give me a minute.
I think this is not good.
I might act evil. I might act evil, but I'm a big softy. Give me a minute.
Hey, Omega, you're not the only one who's been helped by anybody here. Like, I've had so many, when I've gone into my panic attacks, I've had you help me.
Okay, do that.
I've had so many people help me when I've gone into my panic attacks, when I've, like, nearly lost it.
Can I ask?
Like, I massively go into panic attacks, especially when he says he's going to kind of commit suicide, because it's kind of scary for me. I don't like it.
Something about this topic that I've experienced, like, legit this time.
What?
Sure.
Well, what's your real question?
So not that long ago, my mom actually went to jail for domestic violence. And that's kind of a good thing, because, like, she was really abusive. She was a really abusive parent. And she kind of, like, she was just abusive. Like, she had to have control of everything. If she didn't have control of everything, she'd have, like, a freak out. One day it got really bad, and she basically assaulted me and my dad, and she went to jail. It was tough.
Get out of your haunch, please.
I was unbanning him from the servers.
Sorry that happened.
And
sometimes I like to go to, it's really struggling.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Actually, I have a question for you.
It's been about like 2 weeks now.
Oh, okay.
One, did you ever get when you threatened to you know? Did you ever get my messages?
Stop saying threaten. It's not a threat.
He didn't threaten. It wasn't a threat. He was actually going to do it.
Oh, sorry, not threaten. Sorry. I mean, just when that situation happened, I didn't do anything like that. But I'm just wondering, my own curiosity.
I did, but I was too busy crying, thinking of what I was gonna do and how I was gonna do it.
I'm sorry to bring up sad talk, but my mind's just too curious.
If anybody watches this, I'm sorry for not being like an actual legitimate Q&A.
Guys,
I didn't really put in a good title for it, I guess.
Kind of
Nobody
like
really clicked on it. I don't really
get
care.
the mood a little bit out.
It was just meant for
so
something fun
out
to
of this whole
do,
table,
since I'm doing the Q&A in my game right now.
out of this whole
But
table,
I'm gonna end it here.
Okay.
Who?
Leave comments,
hate
whatever.
the
I will
most?
read everybody's comments on my videos.
And you have to choose one. I don't care. You have to
Like
choose
what you
one.
see, I can do more of it.
Easy one.
No problem, no questions
Give me a
asked.
minute.
Say it.
Cody, no.
Omega, you know what you're looking
If you ever
at.
have any questions, any questions like what games I play, I'm more than happy
Okay.
to
One at a time.
oblige.
One at a time.